Welcome back everybody to our first European trip out for Dixon International Transport. Now, we're in this video for a couple of reasons. Number one, we get to test a brand spanking new DAF XG that we're going to take to the continent with mirror cams. So we're going to spend a whole week reviewing it and driving across Europe. And also, another section that we're going to add to the channel is that we're actually going to start reviewing jobs. So Dixons here at the moment are currently, they could do with about 30 or 40 articulated drivers for domestic, UK and European work. Now, the reason why I'm doing this trip here for Dixons is because also they're friends of the channel for a start. And number one, I wanted to do something a tiny bit different and bring something a bit fresher to YouTube, where I think that, you know, we could do it, because everyone, you know yourself lads, if you're a truck driver and you've been in the industry for a little while, or even if you're, especially if you're new to the industry, you would have no idea what's entailed in any of the jobs, because we all know that driving is a critical part of it. Obviously that's in the job title, but there's all sorts of other little things that you have to do for your work that no one really talks about. So in this series we're gonna, you know, do the work for Dixons. We're gonna show you the job itself and how you have to do it, and yeah, basically what we're gonna get up to. So in this video today we are actually going to Veghel, which is in the Netherlands, or Holland as we call it here in Dublin. And so we're heading across there. So we're shipping out of Dublin, heading to Holyhead, and then from Holyhead we're going to park in Dixon's yard in Coventry overnight for a 9-hour break, and then we're shooting down for the ferry to Dover tomorrow afternoonish, and then we have to tip our first load on Wednesday morning at 8 AM in the Netherlands. So I'm looking forward to the trip. I'm really excited to do it, and also it's nice to get out and keep the eyes fresh. But yeah, we're going to spin you around and take a look around the DAF XG. Okay, so I'm going to just turn on the ignition just so you can see the mirror cams. So we got 2 mirror cams. So if you don't know, the cameras are just up there. So no mirrors on this truck. So as you can see, there's the camera set up there. And you've also got your wide angle camera over that side. So now, first things first, first impressions of the DAF XG, because I've actually never driven one of these, would you believe? So first off, the cab is absolutely massive in it. Like, there is an unnecessary amount of space behind the seats of the drivers or whatever, you know. Bed is nice and big as well. You got twin bunks in this. That's the reg of the truck. So it's all equipped with the carpet. You've got your wireless charging. This is, I'm going to show you this later on. This is the interface that Dixons use to communicate with all their drivers. This is all new. So you've got your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a welcome sign. All your air conditioning bits and pieces. There's no aircon pod on this one for some reason. I think this one has that nighttime cooling on it as well. To be honest with you, I don't really know, lads. I didn't ask for the main spec of the lorry. All I know is that it is well spec'd, because I had a tiny look around it before I turned on the camera. So I'll take a stand up in the cab. So I'm 6'1.5", 2 on a good day, and I've got plenty of room above the cabin. You've got your lockers here, which are standard enough. You've also got a microwave tucked away in here, which was a welcome sign when I opened that, because I didn't know whether it would have a microwave or not, but it does, thank God, and I was told all of them do. So there's the inside of the cab. Typical enough, like, you know, you've got your overhead lockers, you've got your bed overhead. So I know a lot of people with the DAFs would always say that, like, they've no like behind the bed lockers, which, to be honest with you, well, I could see if you're away for a couple of weeks at a time you might need a bit more storage, but I'm packed up for a week here. There's a couple of t-shirts. I've got a couple of pairs of trousers and, you know, underwear and stuff like that in my other bag. That's my little small camera bag. There's a couple of cleaning materials that, if you want to buy any cleaning materials, lads, you know what to do. This video is sponsored by grantautohouse.com. So if you wanted to go over and buy yourself something lovely, please do. I'm not going to bore you with a sales pitch today. This is a different kind of a video. And also we're going to get the hoodies back in after the summer is over. So yeah, this is the interior of the cab. Also, you got your folding passenger seat, which is really, really handy, because as you can see, you can just, if you need to get up in the middle of the night and go to the toilet, you can walk straight out. Now I'm going to put these away here in the side lockers now in a couple of minutes. I'm just kind of getting settled in, and then I'm just going to cover where we're going or whatever. But this is what you get. You get an envelope with all your details and bits and pieces and what you're doing. And then this is the back here. So when you cross over into France from the UK, these are all your immigrant check sheets. So the lads were telling me that once you have all this checked off and signed, sealed and everything like that, if you get pulled over by Border Force and they do find someone on it, you have your arse covered. So that shows that you did check, it's on paper, and yeah, hopefully that's everything you need to know. So this here on the window is called a vignette. So that's for driving through Switzerland, which we won't be doing, I don't think. And this is obviously our IntelliBox box. So when you're driving through Belgium or Germany or whatever like that, you need one of these toll boxes. Obviously your toll tag for the Irish toll tags. We've got cameras all around, so the truck is being recorded all the time as well. So you know, if any immigrants do come on, you can ring the office and ask them to check the cameras just to double check. What else do we have here? Sun hatch, lights. I think it's not an electric blind, it's just a pull-down blind. Standard enough, Daff. That's okay. And I'll take you a spin around and show you outside. Now obviously, you know, if you had one of these trucks, you should be upgrading your curtains to a set of Grand Auto House curtains, but we won't talk about that today. Lovely. Loads of room. Absolutely loads of room. Obviously, I'll show you in here, you got your fridge in this compartment here. Now I do have to tidy up a bit when I get settled. So this is your fridge in here. Grand and deep fridge goes right the way back, as you can see. 2 extra cup holders, which are meant to be cooled, I think, on the inside of here. Could be wrong when I say that, but you can just leave that out and have 2 extra cup holders. And obviously the DAF chairs, everyone knows DAF is kind of renowned for its comfort. They are a very, very comfortable truck. So yeah, here is the DAF leather seats, obviously heated and cooled as well, which is really nice. And I wonder, does this have it? Yeah, this does have it. Look, I seen this on TikTok the other day. This is actually a table, look. So that top half of your seat actually falls down. Is there a button to do that? Hang on. I'm curious here now. I have to see if this works. Hang on. Where's there a button? No way, look. That's deadly. I never knew that was there. I seen it on TikTok the other day. I thought someone was lying about it. Anyway. But yeah, that's, for the most part, that's the interior of the DAF. Or like, as I was saying, if you're going to start working here at Dixons or you do an out trip for them, they are open to lads doing trips as well, guys. They are willing to take on under 25s as well, depending on your experience. And yeah, so this is like, if you were thinking about going doing European trucking, Dixons would be one of the biggest by far. And then you've got Virginia, you've got O'Toole's, you've got a couple of different other companies. So if you think I should review someone else's company, please drop it down below. So this is our chariot. DAF XG, absolutely brand spanking new. 222 kilometers on the dial is all it says. So as I can gather, you've got 2 diesel tanks. So I'm just after filling both of them up there. So I think it was about nearly 800 litres in total. So that'll get me to and back from my trip, no problem at all. All your Susie bar, you're given a brush so you can sweep out the back of your trailer as well. There's a CB in this truck, but it's just not plugged in just yet. Obviously you got all your cameras. It's got all the new lights. These are your that's your wide angle camera, and then there's your mirrors upstairs. Lovely. I say upstairs, I meant to say up there, but yeah, that's them. It's fairly basic enough, like, you know, you're not going to get any trills and frills with the fleet trucks in that kind of way. But has everything you need and more. You've got your side skirts as well, which tidy them in real nice. This is your side scan as well. Now every new truck has to have these by law. We're all on Michelin tyres as well, which is good to see. And it's good to be on normal tyres as well for a big spin, because there's better grip with them normally. Yeah, this is Dixon HQ. Now this is their second or their older warehouse. They have a new warehouse just up the top of the street there, which is their state-of-the-art place. But this is the original spot. You got your truck wash and your diesel filling station and stuff down there. But our trailer is actually over in the new yard, which we're going to be going over and collecting in about 20 minutes time. So yeah, I'll catch us when we go pick up the trailer, and we'll head for Dublin Port and then on to Holyhead. Now, so we're heading down to Dublin Port there. There was a bit of a palaver because there was a couple of warning lights up on the dash of this yoke before we headed off. Nothing major, as I was saying, it's just like tyre pressure sensor and stuff like that, but the lads wanted to get it sorted before we left. So we're on the way down. I'm actually going to pull in here into this lane. Yep, yeah buddy. So we're heading for the 2:30 Irish Ferries, which is grand. Once it's not the Epsilon. I don't even know, is the Epsilon still on the go? I'm that far out of the game, I don't even know if it is. Now, the mirror cams, I'm a bit disorientated by them, I can't lie at the moment, because I'm still getting used to them. I'm sure after the first couple of hours of driving I'll be well used to them, but just when you're so used to looking out the window for a mirror, it is a bit strange, do you know what I mean? Like here now, I think this man's out there flashing me out, is he? Maybe he's not, I don't know. I hope he is. Yeah, it's strange looking out here. It's absolutely weird. You've got 3 lines, which I'll show you later on. You got your red line, which is meant to follow the back of the trailer, or the back of the truck, I think. And then you've got 2 other yellow lines to show your distance markers, to show you when you're okay to pull in on top of someone. Or put, you know what I mean, if you're overtaken or getting overtaken, you can pull in. But yeah, a bit disorientating here now at the moment, I can't lie. Still getting used to it. And then there's a bigger screen for your wide angle mirror. Now I have to say, I do like the wide angle mirror camera. Why is it? Oh, it's for speed limit, alright. It says I'm speeding. So yeah, it's I like that big wide angle mirror now. I think that's a great added feature now, because it's a bit more clearer. Now I don't know what it'll be like in the rain now, so we'll suss that out later on. It should be alright though. I don't think it shouldn't be too bad. I think it'd be a bit more clearer than your Cyclops mirror, because your Cyclops mirror can be covered fairly handy, especially if you had a helmet or anything. So yeah, no, it's strange. It's making a lot of noises at me, I can't lie. It's binging at me for speed, then it's binging at me for where I am on the road. So as you can see, I'm kind of a bit disorientated with the cameras, because I don't really know where I am on the road. Your mirrors were always a great marker to show where you were and stuff. So yeah, we're a bit disorientated by it, I can't lie. So we're going on the Norway, which is the old P&O boat, and we're going upstairs. So exciting for me, because it means we get to do a new boat tour and a new cabin tour. So excellent. I don't think there's anything to be too excited about, because this is an old boat, so we'll wait and see. That's me. V68. Or B anyway. Well, you can tell this is an old boat anyway. Wow, this is ancient. Anyway, not to fear too much anyway, because these are only short crossings. At least you still get the cabin. This isn't a shared cabin either, which I did ask, because sometimes you wouldn't know with freight, you know, or with bigger companies, whether they double book you or what with another driver. But as far as I know, I've no one else in the cab with me here, so that's good. So I'm literally just going to throw the bag down. I'm going to go down and get some food. I did get something in the garage there earlier on, but I'm going to grab something downstairs and just show you what is on board the Norby. This is the jacks. That's not too bad. Nice and clean anyway, that's the main thing. Hello! So we're just out there landing in Holyhead. This boat is arseway, as you can tell. It's like an ancient old boat. I don't know if you can exit from the front. More than likely you can't, obviously. But everyone that's driven in here has to now spin around. We have to wait for everyone else to get out. So we're waiting now for this last truck to go, and I wonder who he's going to start calling first. I'd say he's going to start calling lads. He might call me first, because I'm right on the inside here. But you wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. It's a tight enough little boat this. Oh, there's the stand pulling in next door to us. Or they're heading out actually, are they? No, they're pulling in. Oh God almighty. Now this is all the fun and games now. I see customs standing here now, and they don't have any interest in anyone else. So please God, I hope they don't say anything to me. No, they're not. They're standing now in the rain. Ooh, girls. Woo! Right now, up we go. So now that we're out here, first part of call is I'm actually going to go to Morrison's, which is just up the road here in the retail park, and I'm going to get a couple of bits food wise, because I didn't actually get a chance to go to the supermarket before I left here, and I thought I was going to be able to get the truck and get out a bit earlier, but the transport office in Dixons only wanted me to put the card in at 12:30. So I didn't really get a chance, and then I was in the truck and I was like, you know what, I'll just wait until I get over here. So if you're ever wondering, or you've never watched one of my videos before, if you come out here at this set of traffic lights at Holyhead, you go over the bridge here and then swing a left, and then it'll bring you onto the main road, and literally there's another slip road just around the corner here, and that'll bring you into the industrial park. It's the same exit for what used to be the old Holyhead truck stop. Let's go. It's what used to be the old Holyhead truck stop. The truck stop is on the right, and then the retail park is on the left, and there's usually a bit of parking around the back of Morrison's that you can park in. So if you're ever curious, and I go into Morrison's the odd time, sometimes I go in if I have a few minutes. Normally if I'm waiting for a boat or whatever, if I'm getting back up the road early and have an hour to kill, I'll go in there and just either try and find her something nice to bring home to the house or whatever, or I'll get some supplies. I'm finding myself, because of the camera, swinging a tiny bit wider from turns and stuff. I find myself swinging it out a tiny bit more just because I'm a bit cautious that the camera is meant to follow you, or follow the back of the trailer around, and I'd be real cautious of that because sometimes I'd imagine it can catch you out, so I'm just always leaving a tiny bit more room than I should supposed to be. There's Gwynedd shipping over across the road there. Rest in peace. See the way it says Park Shuppa Retail Park. That's where we're going. So I did kind of blatantly just abandon it on the side of the road, but it has to be done. So we're going to Morrison's here now and pick up a few bits. For everyone wondering, there's Morrison's. The motorway is just there. Usually a lot of boys park around the back of here, and I just dumped it there because it's late in the evening and it's not going to be too much traffic. So don't be at me in the comments. As you can see, there's usually a couple of boys parking over there waiting for trailers and stuff. So we did our shopping, right? Now obviously I'm going to go through what I got here, right, and just briefly describe it. So we got some Red Bulls. I opened them already. I got these earlier on. I got myself a couple of beers for the evenings, which is nice. We got some ham, obviously. Now, I'm a bit, how to describe it, set in my ways. If you've been watching the channel for any length of time, you probably know that. I like spaghetti bolognese for my dinner. I would eat it 5 days a week if I had to. There's no problem there. I like eating spaghetti bolognese, so I bought 3 of them, just for the time being. I would love to be like Luke Vernon and do a whole cab cooking thing, as I've said before, but I can't do that, and I've no stove or anything like that. Cheerios, obviously a bit of breakfast. I can't go wrong with a bit of Cheerios. Got some super kitchen roll. What is binging, man? This thing just wants to bing at you all day. Super absorbent kitchen roll, because if you know, you know, you're going to need it for something. 2 big bottles of water. Just, you always need a bottle of water for something. So I have my smaller little BRB mugs, water carrier, and then 2 bottles of water. You can use the water for anything really. You can use it for washing. You can use it. What is happening? It's this thing. Sorry. So yeah, you can use the water for washing up. You can use it for drinking. I use it to usually wash my hair in the morning, and I get a shower in the evenings then usually. So obviously some butter, a bit of milk. I got 6 of these Lindbergh protein yogurts. They're really, really lovely. They're like a grown-up petit filet. That's what they remind me of. I have to select an activity here. Anyway, basically this telematic system wants you to select an activity when you're stopped, so I can see what you're doing. Got some bread, some apples. Where am I going to put them? I'll put the bread up here beside the microwave, probably, if it'll squeeze in there beside it. Oh, it will. I'll put the apples up there as well. And then the last couple of bits I got a bit of shampoo because I was running low, so I got a bit of shampoo. I have to get a new charger lead for, so basically I have a new iPhone 15 and it only comes with USB-C to USB-C. But I had to get a USB to a USB-C so I can use the Apple CarPlay inside this truck. Some babe wipes, you never know when you're going to need a babe wipe, and some M&M's. So yeah, that's kind of everything I got. Nothing really fancy or nothing. Like, I'm a real, how do you put it? I eat the same things all the time, but I'm not really a big person to swap what I eat and drink. I just kind of eat and drink the same stuff all the time, so it's a bit boring, but that's just the truth, unfortunately. So yeah, that is everything. And now we're going to get on the road because we have a bit of ground to cover. We have to get to Coventry tonight, so let's get about doing so. So I'm just out there spotting my mate Glenn over there, so I'm gonna go buy him a coffee. That's my mate Glenn. He's out there buying me a coffee. Now I don't know if any of us are keen viewers of the TikToks, you would have seen that I fitted curtains to Glenn's new Volvo back in January, so he's just showing his young lad around. Bye Glenn, thanks for the coffee fella. Now, good evening everyone, how are we all doing? We have now made it to Dixons in Coventry, where luckily enough there's loads of parking spaces. So in reference, usually when I go through the UK heading for the continent, we usually park in Warwick Services, if you've watched any of the videos before. But this is actually about 15 minutes from Warwick Services, so it's ideal location for what they do. So now I'm not going to do anything exciting, to be honest with you. It's now, what time is it? 1:45 in the morning. So I'm going to get parked up, I'm going to hop into the bed. I'm not even going to bother making anything to eat, I'm just going to go to bed and get something in the morning. And yeah, we'll reconvene this in the morning, so. So woke up this morning. I actually woke up about 7:30, so I'm not due to set off until about 9:30. So I woke up, went inside there, had a little clean up, a little wash up, brush my teeth and stuff. And I'm gonna walk down the road and get a coffee because all you guys know I don't really drive trucks anymore. So one thing I learned since I haven't been driving them is that exercise is very important. There we go. Exercise is very important. Look at this nerve. Airport across the road. Exercise is very important, and I always get out most days for at least a half an hour, 45-minute walk, and helps me stop being so stiff because we have a big leg on today. We have to go from here in Coventry down to Dover, get the ferry, and I'm not sure what side. I have to look at the map again where we're tipping the next morning, because we're tipping on Wednesday at 8 AM. So I don't know whether we're going to be going to Juiced or Used, as they all call it. Not too sure yet. I'm going to have a look around and see where I'm going to park when I get over there. So yeah. Apologies folks, we're just at check-in here in Dover. I was racing down here this morning because there's still an Irish Ferries boat on the terminal, and I'm hoping that I can get on it because I want to get across to Calais as quick as possible, because we have to clear customs once we get there, or just close our GMR or whatever. So I'm just going to check in here at the desk. As you can see, I was actually chatting to this fella in Coventry this morning, nice fella. But yeah, we're going to check in here and then we'll get on the boat, and then we'll be a bit more relaxed once we get into Calais, because I've been to customs and stuff like that before. I have to go to the orange car park in like Douane, which is in the actual port itself, which is grand. So I'm going to go in there and close off Oh, closed off the GMO, and I know you're probably wondering why I didn't film going through England at all, because this is what you would have missed. Yeah, exactly. Just loads of traffic and roadworks. That's the only thing that goes on in the UK during the week, as far as I can see. Every time I come through, just loads of roadworks, loads of traffic. So yeah, there wasn't really much to film, and I was kind of in the zone on my way down here, listening to a couple of podcasts and stuff. So we're gonna get checked in here, get onto the boat, and suss out a bit of dinner and something to eat, and possibly a shower. So yeah. So this is for new people. That's your shower. We've just completed the shower. There was a couple other people in here before me, so I don't mind the state of this. Usually I keep it nice and clean and tidy, but you come up here, you get your shower, you get your bit of dinner on the boat, nothing unusual, and then you go downstairs and you wait to be called off, because this crossing is only about 2 hours, 2.5 hours max. And then when we get off in Calais, we have to drive into the port of Calais, go to customs, clear our T2, and then head straight to the Netherlands. So yeah, we're finished. Let's get back downstairs.
Par souci de sécurité, veuillez noter qu'il est